SportsZone. I'm your host, John Phillips, and I'm joined by Mauricio Garcia and Beth Spicer as we talk about a team that hasn't gotten enough love, in my opinion, on campus. That's the UNT Softball team. I mean, we are second in the conference and just came off our 5th American Series victory. I mean, what are you guys thinking about this team so far?
I mean, what can you not think about UNT Softball? They're basically unstoppable at this point. The only problem we kind of have is ending those series. We're not getting a lot of sweeps in our series, but despite that, also MLB doesn't get sweeps in their series often, so I don't really put it up against them.
It's hard to win 3 games in a row, and I mean, Eastern Carolina, we saw that. We won the first 2 games and then dropped that 3rd game in a pretty not close score, but I mean, what have you seen from this team recently?
I mean, from what we've seen up and down from this roster, I mean, we got to give props to Madison Conley and Brady Harmon. I mean, they've been combining for 37 RBIs in conference play so far, has been having like a 359 combined as well. Like, those are some of the names that have been helping us to, like, be able to get past those opponents as well. But then, like, as we got into conference play, we already saw, like, a freshman player, Sienna Mayer, right now is absolutely dogging opponents. I mean, come on now. 8 hits in her last 7 games right now, batting almost a 580. And get
Say that again, how much?
580, but a freshman too. She's a freshman batting this like good, and being able to be on this team as a dominant freshman is just wow.
Sienna Mayer has been super impressive, but Beth, we talked about Madison Conley there. She's top 10 all time in UNT history for home runs and doubles in a season. Top 10 in both. I mean, how good has she been for UNT?
Oh my God, how good is not Madison Conley for this team in the last 2 series? In the last 2 weeks, she has been on. The last 2 weeks ago, she was Player of the Week for the American Conference after beating. Oh my gosh, should we play? Anyways, and then last week, she was honorable mention. I mean, what can she not do? She's hitting every single game. She always has a hit every single game. She never doesn't. She is the power that gets the UNT around those bases and the ones who don't leave us left on base.
Yeah, she's gotten 4 honors for the Americans so far this season as one of the best players in the conference. I mean, that's just insane. When you have that type of value on your team, it's huge. And it's been really big for first-year coach Cody White. I mean, coming into a program and having someone like Madison Conley, what does that do for a coach coming into a new program?
It gives you that comfort. It gives you that comfort. It gives you that, like, you know, the knowledge of, like, hey, we already have this player. We know where we're at right now. We know how we're going to be able to play with this offense. You know, that's the kind of thing you go in as a coach, you know, is just having that comfort and having that, you know, star player as Madison Conley's been playing so far this season is something that, you know, is going to get a coach going. I mean, like, Beth, what else have you seen from Cody White as well?
I mean, I've seen a lot from Cody White. I've seen him do a lot of different things with this team that maybe weren't done last year, which, I mean, we did have a roster overhaul and a lot of coaches changes. So, I mean, it is kind of the time to play funky and kind of do whatever you want out there. He does a lot with his pitchers. I think compared to most college softball coaches, he leaves his pitchers out there pretty long. Even if the game is not going our way, he kind of keeps them out there, which is something which I kind of really like, because it allows them, if the game gets away from them, to kind of have that chance to come back. And they most of the time do, because they are that good of pitchers. And so I think that's really good for this team and Cody White's coaching to let his players sit out there and be uncomfortable, because they get it back in eventually.
That's fair. Talk a little bit more about the pitching. I mean, we talked a lot about Madison Conley, Sienna Mayer, all those hitters on our team, but how has the pitching been for UNT this season?
I mean, go ahead.
On and off. It's been on and off with the pitching, you know. I mean, you know, we're batting 4th overall in the American, but we're 2nd to last in pitching. We're already having an above average, like, ERA of almost, like, 6 at a 5.35 ERA per game. Like, it's not something to show, but again, with Cody White, you know, he does, you know, trust in his players, you know. I mean, that's the one thing you have to have as a coach, especially with this, you know, kind of pitching stuff. But, you know, being able to trust in your players, you know, give the pitchers, like, time, you know, give them, like, the time to, like, be able to, like, handle the ball, you know, stay with the ball. Like, we just need, like, quality innings from them. Like, with our batting, it's just going to be really impressive.
I will say with our pitching, I saw when we played FAU at home a couple weeks ago. That was the Madison Conley game.
Yeah.
That was the series I was thinking of. Anyways, I could tell we went to 10 innings in the first game. It was a doubleheader on Thursday, and we went to 10 innings in that first game. We just could not close out the game. It was a problem for us. Our hitting was just not where it needed to be. Our pitching was, the thing is, the pitching was good on both sides, and that was the problem. And so I think that's where we came through. But the pitching until that point was kind of lackluster. It was kind of all over the place. I mean, that was the thing. We got it together. Eventually, that's how Cody White coaches. It's just kind of hard when you have to go to 10 innings in a doubleheader. And later that day, they did beat them in 5 innings, but they did lose the next day, 17-7. That is That is bad. That is really, really bad.
Never good.
No,
Never good.
we did win the second game that day, 13-3, but losing 17-7 it's not very good for us. And so I think our pitching, even though we have that unconventional style of leaving our pitchers in, sometimes it does really come back to bite us.
Do you think that the faith that Cody White shows in his pitchers is going to allow the staff to rebound for the rest of the season and maybe bring that ERA up for the team, or do you think that we're going to have these inconsistencies all season?
I think we'll probably have some inconsistencies for a while. Honestly, the thing is, I really want to believe that we can pull. I mean, we're second in the conference. We're not obviously like the worst team ever. We're really good at what we do. But I think with that pitching, being this inconsistent this far, and I mean, we're almost done with this season, it's really concerning as a team.
But the one thing with the pitching right now, I mean, we just have to have those quality innings as well. I mean, that's what we've been able to have, especially against with the ECU team recently. Like, you just need those quality innings to be able to get forth. But if this pitching does, like, you know, continue on, Wichita State is batting 4th in the conference right now, 3rd in the conference, either or. But with their batting right now, better than UNT's, I mean, that's going to be a problem eventually when we have those, like, you know, discrepancies, you know. It's going to be so, oh, it's just going to be so annoying, you know.
I think it's also worthy to mention that last year we became runner-up in the American Conference tournament, and so with being second this season so far, it is a concern that that might be the path we're headed down once again with these pitching inconsistencies. And that's the saddest part. I want these girls to win. I want the championship here at UNT. I want my mean green to win. But that is to say, when it comes down to those games in the final of the tournament, pitching is what gets you. You can't have a good team if your pitching sucks. I mean, you can ask the Rangers. It's been a problem for a couple years.
That's fair. And I mean, you mentioned the American Conference and maybe winning a tournament. Do you think that this roster is good enough to win the American?
Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. Of course we are. I mean, how are we not? We are UNT Softball. And, of course, I really want us to win considering this is our first year with all these changes coming into play. And if we just get our pitching down a little bit better, whatever the Rangers cocked up that World Series year needs to come to the mean green, and that needs to lock in for them. And so I think whatever happened there can happen here.
I mean, especially with the schedule we have coming up, you know, after these Memphis games, it's going to be what? USF, and then what, Charlotte?
We play
Charlotte?
Memphis this weekend, yeah.
Memphis, but then after that series is going to be USF. And I mean, USF right now is the #1 team right now in the American, but they are like so dominant right there with their pitching, you know, and their defense right now has been able to come up with stops. Like, that's the one thing with our batting, you know. I think once we get like really down these Memphis games and then the next series, that's what I'm hoping for. Our bats get really hot towards the end. Our bats like starts going off, you know, because I mean USF, almost like a 3 ERA for the entire pitching staff right there. Like, that's better than our pitching staff. So it's like
It's a huge clash of styles. Yeah, you have the USF pitching and you have the UNT hitting. I mean, who do you think is going to come out on top? I want to hear. Do you think we're going to win the conference?
I feel like if we have performances from our best players right now, Brady Harmon and Madison Conley, and especially with the young people, you know, that's measured for Sienna Mayer, be able to rise up to the top in the occasions, you know, I feel like we'll be able to, you know, come out on top if our pitching does, you know, kind of get better.
I will say that I'm hoping that we come out on top. The one difference between us and USF that I think is so prominent is that USF closes out series. They don't drop series, which is how we were tied over the weekend for first, but we ended up dropping to second because we lost that third game, and USF closed out their series. And I think that is something that will catch up to us so fast. We don't close out series. We don't. I mean, we have our fifth. We won 5 series in the American Conference this season, but we don't close them out.
A lot of 2-1 wins in those series.
And USF is a 3-0 type of team.
That's fair. I mean, it's going to be really tough. USF has been very dominant this season. We'll have to see. There's not much season left, like you said, but that's all the time we have. Next block, we'll be talking about the WNBA. So join me after this commercial break.